there, Bobby Kelly here again with another tip for you today. And today I wanted to talk to you about how to maximize your cardio workouts. Now, no matter how long I've been a trainer, everybody who I work with initially believes that the first thing they need to do is they need to run or they need to cycle or they need to walk. And I believe that you need to do some cardio training in all of your workouts. It makes you extremely heart healthy. It increases your endurance, but it's not the best for fat loss. You see, most times when people go for a run, they try and go out and they try and jog for, a mile or 2 miles or even 3, 4, 5 miles, but they stay at the same pace. And what they don't realize is they're making a huge mistake. There are better ways to do that training. And here's how I explain that. Here in Arizona, we have got the Rock and Roll Marathon. And if you've ever gone and watched the Rock and Roll Marathon, oftentimes you can see many people who are carrying extra weight who can finish the marathon. They can run, the 26 miles that are involved in doing a marathon, because you can train that way, but that's not necessarily the best way to train for fat loss. So one of the things I'd like you to know is that if you were to compare a marathoner to, say, a sprinter, you're always going to see that sprinter is going to be leaner, more muscular, and normally going to have the figure or the body that you're more interested in having, right? Well, why is that? Well, they're giving maximum output for anywhere between 10 seconds and 1 minute. And during those sprints, they're being able to utilize energy systems that you don't necessarily utilize when you're running for long distances. So the moral of the story there is I want you to learn that if you could do these next couple of tips every single time you do your cardio training, you're going to exponentially change the way you can lose fat, which is ultimately what you're trying to do when you start an exercise routine anyway, right? So let me give you those tips. Number one, whether you're riding, cycling, swimming, rowing, whatever it is that you're going to do that's considered a cardiovascular exercise, you should always warm up for 4 to 8 minutes. If you're a little bit less conditioned, maybe be on the higher end. If you're more conditioned and you've been working out regularly, you can get your warm up in 3 to 4 minutes pretty easily. Then after that, spend a little bit of time just making sure you feel good and you're ready to go. Now let's just pretend for a second you're at a track, and let's just pretend we're on a bike. If I asked you to ride nice and leisurely as if you were riding on a boardwalk around the track, it's going to take a little while, right? But if I asked you to gun it and pedal as fast as you can to get around that track, well, you're going to be pretty gassed when you're done, right? So here's what I want you to do. If I were to ask you to, say, on your stationary bike at home, pedal for 0.2 of a mile nice and easy, and then sprint for 0.2 of a mile as fast as you could, and then go 0.2 easy, 0.2 hard, 0.2 easy, 0.2 hard, I guarantee you're going to get a lot more work done and you're going to burn a lot more fat in a shorter amount of time. Let's take a walking or treadmill type thing. Well, let's say you don't have any equipment at home and you're going to start this routine and you're going to go outside. Well, you do your 4 or 8 minute warm up, and then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to look off into the distance and you're going to say, okay, I think that mailbox is about 50 yards away, or maybe it's 100 yards away. I'm going to walk, or I'm going to jog, or I'm going to sprint as fast as I can from here to the mailbox. And then once you get to that mailbox, you might walk for maybe another 2 or 3 minutes. And then you're going to pick another thing off into the distance. I'm going to get to the light post, which is 100 yards away. And you're going to sprint as fast as you can. It's the concept of these sprints that are going to help you burn fat as your main source of fuel. So today, the main thing I want you to understand is that long duration, slow cardio is absolutely good for you, but it's not the best thing you can do. If you want to make sure that you're burning fat and you're starting to build the body that you want to look like, you need to put in anywhere from 8 to 15 sprints somewhere in your cardio routine, and you'll start to see the results you want to see. And besides, it's a lot more fun and you're going to get done a lot quicker. And that's the biggest, that's the biggest beef on exercise. It takes too long. You do 8 to 10 sprints, you're going to be done in 12 or 15 minutes, and that's not very long at all, is it? I'm Bobby Kelly, and thanks for tuning in. We'll come back with another tip next time.